We open up SWAC play versus the Alcorn State Braves, them big bad Braves, and we straight put them in a spliff. We look much better on defense this game than the first 2 games of the season against ranked teams. We're now 3-0 on the season. We're looking to stay undefeated and hopefully get a chance to repeat. Let's look at the rest of the scores around the SWAC. Alabama A&M is 4-0 after beating Southern. Alabama A&M undefeated so far this season. Let's see how that goes for them. Down in Grambling, you got Grambling State picking up their first win of the season versus Prairie View A&M 20-17. Out there in Tempe, Arizona, though, Arizona State beats Arkansas Pine Bluff 38-20. Florida A&M beats Bethune-Cookman in the Florida Classic. Texas Southern defeats Mississippi Valley State 23-20. And then finally, you got Iowa State just putting a butt whooping on Jackson State 42-10. Jackson State now 1-3 on the season. Meanwhile, over in the MEAC, Cal beat up on Norfolk State 42-0. South Carolina State comes up short versus Hampton. Tennessee State defeats Delaware State 14-11. Howard defeats Morgan State 35-20. Texas beats up on North Carolina A&T 52-21. So the Florida A&M Rattlers sweep out SWAC Offensive Defensive Players of the Week with Craig Ruffin, the running back. 3 receptions, 86 yards, and 2 tutties. Terrell Mason, the linebacker, Lord, he had a game against Bethune-Cookman. 10 tackles, 2 for loss, a sack, a INT, a forced fumble, and fumble recovery. Brandon McCullum of Hampton. Sam Fuller, Tennessee State, are Offensive and Defensive Players of the Week. Look at McCullum. 444 through the air along with 6 tutties. He straight balled out versus South Carolina State. Let's go down, though, to the in-season recruiting session. We have some things we got to address. So, Tony Newsome, strong safety for Savannah, Tennessee. He is looking to come to us, but we're battling Alabama for him. Kevin Graves, we're battling Georgia Tech for him. That's funny, from Florence, Alabama. Maurice Wood from Paramount, California, got us on top of his list behind Cal and Fresno State. Looks like we're in the driver's seat to get him. Will McGee, the defensive end from Rochester, Michigan. We're battling Michigan and Ohio State for him, but mainly Michigan. Crazy, Michigan, the national champions in real life. And then, of course, Bruce White for Corona, California. Those are what we're looking at. Heisman Trophy watch list looks like this, with Alan Coleman in first place after we defeated him. John Meyer in second. Brian Montgomery. Then you got Justin Smith from Penn State. And then you got the quarterback from Michigan, Jason Davis. So now we're going to go over to the next week. We're on a bye. Here are the scores for the SWAC throughout the week. Jackson State beats Mississippi Valley State in a rivalry game 23-10. Bethune-Cookman comes up 1 point short to South Florida 20-19. Out there in Grambling, Alabama A&M is 5-0 on the season 31-23. Florida A&M wins another game, beating Arkansas Pine Bluff 31-28. And I believe that's it for the SWAC. Yeah, we might have a Magic City Classic in Detroit at the end of the season. Howard loses to Marshall. North Carolina A&T beats Morgan State 27-7. A big win for North Carolina A&T first of the season. Tennessee State beats South Carolina State 28-24. And then Louisville just straight beat up on Norfolk State 42-7. My goodness, man. Interesting so far. So we go back to the in-season recruiting. We want to see what progress was made over the weekend. Tony Newsome wants to make his official visit to Alabama State. We are 3rd behind Alabama and Virginia Tech. We moved down on the list. So we're going to set him up for the FAMU game. That's funny because that's who we got next. So that's going to be a very big game in the Guptown. Let's look at the players of the week in the SWAC. So you see they sweep again. Terrell Byrd, the quarterback for Florida A&M. Nate Hall, the defensive tackle, just went off in the trenches against Arkansas Pine Bluff. Big win for the FAMU Rattlers. They're going to have some confidence as they come in to the Guptown to play Alabama State. So let's see the MEAC Offensive Defensive Players of the Week. Todd Hampton had a great game. Tony Stevens had a great game. He's just a freshman. 9 tackles, 3 for loss, a sack, and a forced fumble. A big win versus South Carolina State. Might be in the driver's seat now to win the MEAC. There's plenty of football left to be played, though. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So join us next time. We're going to be back in the Guptown. We got the FAMU Rattlers coming to town. This is a very big game as far as recruiting. We got a 4-star strong safety we got to impress. So we got to make sure we win convincingly. And hopefully, fam, you won't get us any trouble. On the Heisman difficulty, anything can happen. Thank you for watching. Peace.